I started playing piano when I was 6, so I suppose that's where it began. But I only started writing for myself when I started playing guitar. I was 12, and at that time I met my best friend in high school who was playing drums, and we played in all kinds of bands together during high school. And after high school we really wanted to try and make music our career, so we moved together to Denmark, because this friend of mine is half Danish. And we went to music school there, where we met a Polish girl, and we made a band together with her. And we were playing in this band for 9 years. And we were first living in Denmark, and then we moved to the Netherlands, and eventually we moved to Poland, where I'm living now in Warsaw. And when we moved there, we signed a record deal there, and we started to really be more professional. So yeah, that band has been the biggest part of my musical career. I started my own project like 2 years ago, I think, and now since this year my other band is finished, so I'm focusing only on my own project. For my own project, I was 21, so I was living in the Netherlands at that time, and yeah, I just wanted to write some material for myself, because I was focused completely on this band. But when you're in a band, you're always making compromises, you're making songs together, and it always becomes less personal because you're sharing the music together. So I wanted to write music also just for myself. So I didn't really have the ambition to turn that into a big project or anything. I didn't imagine myself as taking this position as a front person and being serious about it. So I also took a long time to write the record. It took me like 3 years. I was really slowly writing material like over those 3 years, and eventually when I was already living in Poland, I decided that now is the time to record something. And I recorded all the material from those 3 years. And yeah, and at that point, just after that, this previous band started to kind of crumble. So I decided that I'm going to write some more material and actually make a step towards yeah, focusing on my own stuff. And that's the material that became my EP, this Ambitious of the Sun, which is now out as well. I think for every record I make, I have quite different inspirations, because I like for every record to do something quite different. So the first record, which was this material that I wrote in those 3 years, had an almost classical kind of feeling. Also on the record, it's just acoustic guitar and cello and falsetto voice, which is also a little bit classical. And that was also my main inspiration, was actually some classical music like Purcell and stuff. I wanted to keep it really basic, so every song is also with the same arrangement, and yeah, that was more the inspiration for that. But when I started writing the material for the EP, it started to become also more folky, and I was listening to a lot of Neil Young and Leonard Cohen and things like this, like music that I also grew up with and that I continue to love. And for the new material, latest material, I also started listening to quite a lot of newer music, like Kurt Weill and also Conan Moccasin, Mac DeMarco and guys like this, but also listening still to old stuff.
Have you gone into hiding? No, I'm waiting until she's back home.
The Ambitious of the Sun expanded in sound quite a bit, because also, like I said, this was the record that I kind of wanted to focus more on my own project, and I wanted to grow with the project, but I also wanted the sound of the project to grow. So on the EP there's some drums and some electric guitar and some piano and some extra vocals and some crazy folky instruments like zithers and things like this. And I wanted it to really expand also in sound. But yeah, the electronic stuff, that's really recent. I don't even remember exactly how that started. I think I just came across some sound on electric guitar and thought, now I want to make a record only with electric guitar. I don't start writing songs randomly. I like making the whole project, so it always starts out by trying to think what I want from the new material, what kind of sound I want to have, what kind of mood I want to have. So first I'm not even touching the guitar, I'm just thinking in my head which sounds and which instruments could fit and things like this. And once I found this sound, the writing goes actually very fast. I just write the songs kind of being inspired by that feeling that I'm trying to express. So that's happened even though those records are all a little bit different. I think they all started in the same way.